Okay, let's take our videos off. Okay, I am calling up Sean. He took an intro ride back after we first opened, and I'm going to reach out to him about coming back and our new rider trial. So here we go. Phone is ringing. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hey, Sean. Have I got Sean on the line here?
Yeah, this is Sean. Who's calling?
Hey, Sean, this is Donna calling from Rev 360.
Oh,
You came
hey.
in for a ride. Hi. Yeah, you came in for a ride soon after we had rebranded our studio. So back there around May 30th, you came in for
Yeah.
a ride. Yeah. And I was just looking and we noticed that we hadn't seen you back. So I wanted to call and tell you about something really exciting that wasn't around when you were there. Is now a good time?
Yeah, I've got a few minutes.
A few minutes. Great. Well, I want to honor that for sure. So I'll just dive on in if that's okay with you.
Cool.
Awesome. First of all, what did you think of your ride? How'd you feel after class?
It was awesome.
Okay.
I hadn't really tried it before. I came with a friend. And my first time doing anything like that, but I had a really good time.
That's great. What did you like the most about it, would you say?
I don't know. I think the vibes were high. Like the instructor was really motivating and cool, and like I don't know, I I like the music. I liked it. It was cool.
That's great. I love that. I love to hear that. And what brought you in the first time? What made you decide to come in and take a ride with us the first time?
My sister Chelsea drugged me there because she was a member at Cycle Bar, I guess, and had been going
Yeah.
forever. And so when you guys opened up the new thing, she wanted me to come check it out with her.
Cool. Are you sort of an avid exerciser? Do you do other things, other places?
Yeah, I really like to do Pilates, and
Hmm.
I also run a lot. So I do a lot of like marathon training.
Yeah, great. And do you do that? Sorry. Do you do that to like what is it about marathons? Is it just setting a goal and reaching the finish line, or is it for health reasons, or like what is it that drives you to do those things?
For me, I like to just prove that I can do hard things. So it's all about just doing that,
Hmm.
setting a goal, and then just having something to work towards
Yeah,
and pushing myself to make myself do it.
I love that. I love that. That's so powerful. So how do you feel like when you finish and when you hit that goal, when you set a goal and you hit it, what does that do? How does that like enhance your life?
It just makes me, I just feel amazing. Like
You feel amazing.
yeah, I just feel so good when
Yeah.
I set out to do something and then I do it.
I love that. Well, Sean, I think you're going to love what I'm about to tell you because it's very much in line with setting goals, finishing something. There's a little bit of a challenge in there, and an opportunity to really feel amazing physically and also mentally by completing this challenge. So, since you've been in, we now offer something called a new rider trial. And it's essentially a 3-month trial membership because we know that it takes about 10 weeks for people to really get a feel for whether this is going to be something that you want to stay committed to as part of your routine. And
Sure.
we also know how awesome you're going to feel at the end of those 3 months. And so we have set a price for you. Normally, our unlimited is $199 a month, and we are offering it for the trial months for $119 a month for 3 months. And then after that, we're going to offer a reduced rate of 169 a month. So once we finish those first 3 months, if you decide, hey, I didn't come in, I was trying to fit this all in and I was really only riding like 2 times a week, we can make a change and we can put you on an 8 ride monthly. So we have so many options. But my guess is based on our conversation, you're probably going to be in there riding a lot because the other part of that is if you ride 30 times in those first 3 months, we're going to give you a fourth additional bonus month at that same reduced rate of 119. How does that sound?
I mean, that sounds cool. So it's a 3 month gig, right? And I get to
Hmm.
try it for 3 months. And then what if I don't want to continue after the 3 months?
After the 3 months, you're free to cancel after the 3 months. It's very easy to do. You can do it right in your app. Of course, that would be just if you just decided you don't want to do indoor cycling at all. Because I think the more likely scenario would be if anything, we might find a membership that works really well for how often you're riding, which our 119 a month is priced lower than are riding 2 times a week, and you get to ride unlimited. So it really allows you to come in and see how often you're going to ride. But yeah, if you decided at the end it wasn't for you, we definitely don't want to hold you hostage. But we think we're gonna help you fall in love with cycling just like you feel about Pilates and running.
Yeah. How often does the average person come to your studio?
Oh yeah. So I would say the average person rides about 3 times a week. And
Okay.
then we have a few people who come in 1 time a week, and then we have people, who ride doubles. And they're there. We have people who've been in our studio and ridden almost 3,000 times walking through the doors. So
Wow. That's awesome.
yeah, yeah, we've got and also because you love a goal, Sean, like we have this great milestone wall. We love to celebrate milestones. We're very big on that at the studio. And you get to sign the wall and we have different goals for you. So initially we'll be celebrating you along the way, all the way. And then you get to sign the wall for the first time when you reach 100 rides, which can
Nice.
happen for
Okay.
some people in no time. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
All
I would
right.
love to get you
Well,
started on that today.
yeah, so I would pay 119 today, and then like on the 7th of every month, you guys would charge my credit card.
Right, exactly. And
Okay.
we have this other perk subscription in our studio. Do you have your own shoes, or would you be using our studio shoes?
I did use your shoes when I was there, and that was awesome that you had them, but I'm kind of a freak about germs, so I would probably want to buy my own shoes at some point.
Sure, sure. And hopefully we can help you with that too, because we've got some access for you to help you find the right shoes. But in the interim, our shoes are $5 to rent our shoes and borrow our shoes for a class. And so we've developed what we call the Elite Perks subscription, which is optional and it's an add-on. And typically it's $30, but we're actually offering it to our new rider trial folks for $20 a month. And it includes shoe rentals, but it also includes early booking. So you can get the bike that you love in the class that you love. You can book 14 days in advance rather than 10. And then it also gets you access to events earlier, special pricing on events, discounts on merchandise. Really, the package is valued at hundreds of dollars per month because we also include some of our other services that we have in the studio. We get and two guest passes a month. So you can bring
Okay.
friends. Yeah. And so that's $20 a month. And if you want to go ahead and get started with me now, I will take care of your first month for you of your Elite Perks subscription. So your $20 a month wouldn't even start, the add-on to that wouldn't even start until next month. So you wouldn't be
Okay.
billed for that until August 8th.
Okay. Um, so I don't get paid until Friday. Is there
Hmm.
any way that maybe you can call me back on Friday, or because I want to like make sure I can do this with all my other bills and everything.
Right, I do understand that, and budgeting is so important. And we do have another option for you if you can't take advantage of this in the next 24 hours. We kind of give a 24-hour pass for this first intro offer,
Hmm.
and really we're calling all of our folks who rode in the past, even though it's past the 24 hours when you took your class because we didn't have it available. I can only extend this for 24 hours for you. I could not take care of your first month of Elite Perks for you if we don't go ahead and get you registered today on the phone. However, I can still get you the 119 a month. Um, I can send you a form, and as long as you submit that back to me within 24 hours, I can honor that rate for you. Otherwise, still a great trial rate of 129 a month that continues at 179. Same
Okay.
$20 perk. So if you need to wait until Friday, you can do that, but it'll be 129 a month for the 3 months and then 179 versus the 119 and um the
Okay.
free month. Yeah. Yeah. Is there any, do you feel there's anything else you could potentially move around so you don't miss this great deal right now?
Well, I'm not gonna have, if I did it today, I don't have to pay for the $20 extra thing you were talking about where I get the shoes,
Right.
right? So I
Exactly.
really would only be paying 119 today.
Correct. Yes. And that gives you time to buy the shoes. Then you don't have to spend the money on purchasing the shoes because if you're going to ride 3 times a week, that's $15 a week right there just on shoe rentals if you didn't have your own shoes. And if you
Right.
didn't do, yeah, so you're really in a way, uh I think you will be on the positive side here if we can get you in. So not only are you getting this great 119 rate, then you also aren't having to pay for shoe rentals. Your shoe rentals are essentially all free for the month
Yeah.
and your early booking and your guest passes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to go ahead and get you started on that today.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I guess let's just give it a try and
Great.
I'll see if I can move some things around and make it all work.
That's fantastic, Sean. Well, we're so excited to have you on board, and just know we're going to be reaching out to you. We don't just sign you up and turn away. So just expect to have lots of communication, especially over the first month. We'll probably be reaching out to you weekly, and then after that, every couple weeks, because we want to make sure you are getting all the benefits of your membership, and that we're here for you along the way. And we can't wait to see. Do you think you're going to go for those 30 rides to get that fourth bonus month
Oh,
at the
no
reduced?
doubt, for sure.
Okay, okay. I love it. I can't wait. I can't wait to be celebrating that. That's exciting. Well, do you have any other questions for me?
Um, no, I think that's it. Like, so I still use the same login and everything on the app like I did the first time.
Yes. Yes, please do. And also, if you wouldn't mind making sure when you log into the app, I don't know if you have your phone right there, if you can pull up the app and make sure you can get in there okay. If you could do that, then when you go to your profile down in the bottom right hand corner, your account, there's
Hmm.
a place called communication settings. And if you will go in there and opt into the settings, a lot of the way that we communicate with the studio members is through different types of email and texting. And I don't want you to miss out. We do a lot of really cool things, and that's how we communicate most of those. So if you can opt into that, that would be great. You can always opt out later. If it isn't working for you, you can always just hit unsubscribe on emails or stop on text messages. But to get started, you could opt into
Okay.
those. That would be great.
Okay. Perfect.
Yes, yes, excellent. Well, I'm going to get this signed up for you here. I'm going to walk through right now. I know you said you were in somewhat of a rush. Do you have a few minutes for me to do this on the phone with you? I just want to make sure we have a payment on profile. It looks like we have a card ending in 0344. Is that what you would like to use?
Yeah, that's fine.
Great. Okay. If you need to get going, I can ring this up for you and you'll get an email confirmation, or I can do this with you on the phone right now. What do you prefer?
Either way is fine. I'm about to hop in the
Oh,
car,
good.
so yeah, we're good.
Cool. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead then while I've got you on the phone, and I'm just going to go ahead and get this for you. So I am putting this, I am in your account right now. And what we'll do is we will ring this up as two different transactions. I'm going to get your trial membership started, and then I'm going to do your Elite Perks add-on, and I'm going to go ahead and take care of that first month for you. So it's going to be in two different transactions, and that also allows you to tweak those independently as you move through your membership after those 3 months. So
Okay,
that's gives you lots of flexibility.
perfect.
Awesome. All right. So I have this right here. Let's see. So when are you going to come in for your next ride?
I don't know. I'm gonna ask my sister when she's coming next and see if there's a bike near her.
Great. Great, great,
Yeah,
great. That would be fun. Well, I know we love Chelsea. We love Chelsea. So
she's
that
decent.
will. Are you all competitive with each other?
There's really no competition, Donna. I always win.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to talk to her the next time I see her. I'm so glad that we're gonna have the brother sister duo in there. So that's fantastic. Okay, well,
Yeah.
I am putting this right now on your card ending in 0344, and you
Okay.
should get a confirmation email. Let me know if you
All
should see
right.
it ding right now, and I'll then go and add your elite perks for you. And just so you know, as part of your elite perks, you get to use our Sonics machine that is really great for either activation before class. You just hop on for about 10 minutes. You just stand there. It's super easy. It's also really great for recovery. So we can show you what that looks like when you're in the studio. And we
Okay.
also have something called Brain Tap, which is like brain fitness, basically. And it's using light and sound and binaural beats. And we put you in this great uh, zero gravity chair and just let you kind of chill and relax. And it's really, really good for stress. And so you also get 8 of those sessions a month. So we want you taking advantage of all your elite perks
Okay. Cool.
when you
Sounds
come in.
good.
Awesome, Sean. Thank you so much. I can't wait to connect with you along the way, and you have a great afternoon.
You too. Thank you.
Thanks. Take care. Okay, we hung up.
All
Yay!
right.
You weren't
The
tough.
newest, happiest member.
You weren't too tough. You weren't too tough on me. That was good. That was good.
Yeah.
Um, no, it's like so many different things. And so let's just say that we had been talking and I really could you were just like, no, no, I don't think so. Like I'm so busy with my running and Pilates. I just don't know how I'll fit it in. Then my I would say to you, well, Sean, that tells me that you didn't get the experience that I really want you to have. Because had you had that experience, we typically find that people find a way to fit it in. So I want to invite you back, and I can get you an additional intro ride at just $15, including your shoes. So how about I get you in for another class, let you get the wow experience I know you're going to have, and then we'll talk about this again
Yeah.
after, right?
That's
And
perfect.
just
Yep.
really try. And then if you were like, no, I'm not like if I cannot get you to do any of that, then what I really think the team should throw out is, all right, Sean, I'm just going to be real. Like the owners of the company, they sit down with us every week and they want to review everything that's happened in the studio. And we actually have to have an answer for them why people aren't coming back. So, we're trying to reach out to everybody who didn't get offered this new writer trial. That's part of our job now. And they told us that we could invite you guys back for a second ride if you weren't ready or unsure. But we're gonna have to tell them why we couldn't even get you back for a ride. So what is it that's keeping you from even coming back? What would it take to get you back in the
Yeah.
doors? Right.
Yep.
And just really try and get them, because at that point they might, because then they start feeling kind of sorry for you a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
Like,
I do
like
too.
as a staff person, right? It's like, oh my God, okay, they're going to be questioned.
Right.
And you might just get somebody who's like, I don't like it. And at that
For
point, you can
sure.
be like, fair enough. Thank you for your
Yeah.
honesty. I really appreciate your honesty. And you know what? We're not for everybody. That is totally cool. And appreciate you and hope you have a great life. Whatever. No,
Life.
don't tell them to have a
Right.
good life, but just say, we're always here if you change your mind. We'd love to see you
Yeah.
back. So,
Yeah.
anyway,
And
yeah.
I think that if we're getting people in for a second ride, like if we look at somebody and we say, hey, you know what? There's a reason why you didn't fall in love with us the first time, and
Yes.
give if you'll give us a second shot, I think
Yes.
we'll make it impossible for you to say no, basically.
Right.
Um,
Exactly.
then that presents a real opportunity if you're going to use that and you're going to get somebody back in
Hmm.
into a second ride. Like that experience does have to be perfect, and so the communication between the staff needs to be heightened. I would be utilizing task or whatever it is to ensure that, hey Jolita, on Saturday, Sean's coming back at 9:15. It's his second ride. He's on the fence about membership. And we
Yes.
just want to make sure that this is an overtop experience for him. And so he wears a size 42. He's going to need to rent our shoes. And if you can just make sure he has a warm handoff to the instructor and then follow up with him right after class and ask him how things went. Like, I think that pre-planning will be palpable
Yes.
to the client. So,
And if all possible, when the staff person is talking to them, try and schedule them to come in for a ride when you're there,
when you're there,
right? Because
100%.
it's your
Yeah.
sale, it's your commission. So I mean, heck, if it was me, I might even come in, be like, hey, you know what? I'm going to come ride with you because I'm going to make sure you get the experience. I'm going to come ride the class you ride. When are you coming? Right? So that you're allowed to do that. You're not going to get
Yeah.
paid for that hour, but you might get a commission and you get to come in and ride class, right? So it's
Right.
it's like there are ways that you can try to schedule them to come back on your schedule or come in on theirs to try and help them. And then I would probably be like, but hey, like for me doing this, like in order for me to do this, I just need I just need 10 minutes of your time after class. I'm just going to need
Right.
10 minutes of your time after class and I can get you a second ride at 15. But I want to be able to really talk to you after class and see how things are going. Whatever, check in with you. So get them
Yeah.
ready and prepped to stay so they won't be like, so to find a time when you will be able to stay for 10 minutes after class to have that
Yeah.
conversation. Pick one of those times so that they can't tell you,
Absolutely.
I gotta go, I gotta go. Um,
Yeah. I
and
mean, if we can all
yeah.
just get comfortable with the fact that everyone in the world knows that there's no such thing as a free lunch, right?
Mm-hmm.
No,
Mm-hmm.
everybody knows that. And so it almost feels weird if you overpromise too much
Yeah.
and don't give the client some sort of expectation of like, hey, I'm going to want to talk to you.
Right.
Because in their head, they're kind of their feelers are out and they're like, well, what's in this for them? And
Yes.
so if you're just really upfront with them and said, hey, like, I'm going to get you back in here for this $15 ride. This is, cheaper than our advertised price. It's really special for you. The only thing I ask is right after class, you give me 5 or 10 minutes just to talk with you. Like they're
Yes.
coming in with that expectation,
Exactly. Yep.
and it feels more natural when you do it
Yeah.
and you don't feel like you're selling
Chasing
them
them.
something.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. And that's the thing. It's like I always try to remember that I think of like the Shawns and I think of the Britneys and I think of the um Kelly Longs and I mean all the Carrie Gotti. Like I think of all of these people whose lives truly have been changed
Yeah,
by doing this. And how awful if I hadn't tried to sell you a membership that day. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, who knows if you would have come back? I don't know, right? But I mean, but you knowing you, you probably would have, but like a lot of people might not. So we're doing them truly a disservice by letting them leave. And so that always, when I keep that in mind, first of all, it becomes really heart centered because I'm really trying to understand that person and deliver for them what I think they need because I know that what we offer can solve a lot of desires and goals, can meet those, right? I think a lot of different things, just like with you talking about, me trying to dig in with you when you're just like, yeah, I like a goal, but why? What does that do for
Right.
you? Right. Like I'm
Right.
trying to get you in touch with your feelings and for me to better understand. Okay, it's not just about setting a goal and reaching it. There's a reason for that,
Yeah.
and I wanted you to recognize it, and also I wanted to make sure I was understanding it because it was I was really highlighting the 30 rides in the trial membership for the trial because I was like, okay, this person really likes a challenge, they love, right? So it's like I was
Right.
able to gear my conversation with you based on that. If somebody was looking for community, I'd probably have used different stories to
Yeah.
tell. And I would have
Right.
talked about the community events that we are going to do and how the elite members get first option and perks. And I would really talked about the community aspect of that. So really, uh, it really just would depend on what the goal is. So having that conversation with the person, just like you would any friend, that's what Chelsea and I were talking about earlier. Just like, hey, if your friend went to ride a rev class that you had never been, and they were talking about it, you'd probably like, what do you think? What do you think of it? Right? Did you like it?
Right.
I'm terrified of cycling. What's happening? Did you like it? And then the person might be like, oh yeah, my butt hurts so bad or whatever. Right. So
Right.
have a conversation with a person to really
Yeah.
understand like you would a friend that had gone to take a ride and you're trying to understand if they liked it and why or why not. All right, cool. So I think that's sort of an example of the different things that you can do when you're calling these people who took an intro ride over the last, since we rebranded. You're going to call and
Yeah.
tell them you're going to offer them this new rider trial that wasn't available to them before.
Yeah.